not a ripper, is she? Definitely not as straightforward as just an ECU, is it? Right, so road test, 300 TDI. We've been promising that you was going to get one. Here we are. Not our usual intro, but it's absolutely slinging it down, so we decided to get in the dry and actually get this thing out of the road and see what it was like. Believe it or believe it not, I've only ever driven a 300 TDI in a Discovery. I've never driven one in a Defender, and certainly not a Defender that's like this one. Verdict, it's a 300 TDI. We're flat out at about 50. It's got no pull with it whatsoever. I mean, in fairness, it feels like it's got a bit of weight in it. I'm not sure what is in the back of this thing, but you can sort of tell from driving it, it's got some weight behind it. But yeah, I mean, it feels healthy enough for what one of these is. I've got old Will with me again, and I mean, it drives all right, doesn't it? It's not.
Yeah, seems all right.
Yeah, seems healthy enough. So, plan is the customer with this one wants it tuning, but it wants to be nice and clean, as little smoke as possible, if any. And yeah, so we'll get it back, get it on the dyno, and see what it does as it is now. Right, here it is. Something a bit different. I think, if I'm right in saying, and I could be absolutely completely wrong, ex-Air Force, by the looks of what's on it. But yeah, cool. Really, really cool thing. You can see there's a bit of a Royal Air Force livery on here.
Definitely seen some paint jobs.
there is some layers on there, isn't there?
Character.
Yeah. It's cool. I love it like this. Cool looking thing. Really, really cool. But right, we'll I keep saying that, don't I? We'll get it strapped on the dyno. Get everything set up, ready for basically a standard run, see what it's putting out now. And then we'll have a play with it and see what we can do. Right, so as it arrived with us, we are 85.5 horsepower and 202 newton meters of torque. So what was we there? So we're 35.2 horsepower at the wheels. No wonder it was such a handful on the road. Just saying, 35.2 at the wheel. That's crazy. Right, we'll do a bit of magic with it. We're going to do another one just for consistency. So we'll do another pull with it, make sure we match in similar sort of numbers. And then, yeah, we'll work a bit of magic on it and we'll run her again and see what happens. So 89.8 on the second run and 203.8 newton meters torque. All right, what we're doing now, Wilson?
Give it a bit more fuel and a bit of time. time. And that might be the boost pin that's sticking in the top of the fuel pump. That's why it's pulled out there and not there on the second run.
Yeah.
The boost pin sticks when it was under boost.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know how much of that you heard, but this bit here, obviously on the second run, is this line. First run was this one. So as Will was just saying, he thinks that the boost pin's sticking slightly, and that's why on the first run it didn't continue on, but on the second run it did. And ultimately, yeah, we got a little bit more horsepower from it, but we hope to see a lot more than what we've just gained between them two runs. So, other thing with these, or with any of these sort of types of vehicle, the more runs you do, the warmer the oils get in the gearboxes, diffs, transfer boxes, so the less drag you have, which can obviously affect the figure. But then on the other side of that, the more runs you are doing with it, the hotter the engine's getting, so in theory the less power you're getting from it. So there is always going to be a slight discrepancy there with it, and this is why we typically will do two or three runs with the vehicle as it is, and then same again once we've mapped it, we do 2 or 3 runs, because that gives us a nice average of where that's going to sit. And then of course external weather. Temperature outside can have a big effect on it. Because we are in an enclosed dyno cell, obviously airflow wise we do get really, really good airflow, but it's not nowhere near as good as what you would get outside, so the temperature in here could also be higher than it is outside. So you get a hot day outside, in here it gets really warm. We open loads and loads of doors out the back to try and get the airflow through, and we can manage it and it does work, but again occasionally it's not ideal scenario. So we'll grab some tools, we'll make some adjustments. Will make some adjustments. We've got Rob here. You're a 300 TDI guy, aren't you? But yeah, all on this one today. See what we can get out of it. The other thing is as well, I know we've been saying for a long time that we've got a 300 TDI, or we've got some 300 TDIs coming in. We do loads and loads of these. The vast majority of them we cannot film because they are for a secondary company, which is just that's how they want it. But in here, I'll turn the camera around in a minute because Jason's stood here talking to a customer. So this one here, same again, 300 TDI, but this came in a while back for tuning, and on the road test it actually destroyed its own head gasket. Hence why we've been saying we're going to do it, we've got to do a video, etc, etc, but it's never came to fruition. That was the reason why. So this has had the head gasket done, it's had a new head on it. So loads of engine work has gone on with this, and this is the next one. So I'm hoping that you'll get this one today, Sunday. It's not Sunday, but you know what I mean. And then that one will be your following Sunday. So we've been promising it, but you're now going to get 2 300 TDI videos, all being well, in consecutive order. What else have we got in? So we've got this 110 here. So this one has had, or it came in for suspension. So at some point, the chaps bought it, it already had a chassis put on it. It's got the Alive Comfort springs, the Alive dampers as well, comfort dampers. In the process of stripping down the old suspension, the axle was rotten, so it's had a new or reconditioned Salisbury axle put under there, same as the other, or same as what came off. It's had new calipers, new brakes, it's had one of our exhaust systems on it. And then this one has also had a, if I remember rightly, ultimate intercooler, AMC head, GTB 450. So this one we will do a feature on it. It may not be its own video, but it will certainly be part of a video at some point. What else have we got coming in? The amount of work we've got in at the minute is unreal. Not just big jobs like that, we've got lots and lots of service work. Do remember that we do general maintenance, general servicing. What we got outside? Des, so Des is ready now for his next race, which I think is second weekend in October, and that is a 2-day final at Walters Arena. So fingers crossed we do well at that one. We did have a few issues last year, but we're as prepared as we're going to be. This thing, if you did come to LRO show, you got to see this up close. Again, we're going to do a feature on it. It is for sale. If you are interested in this, this is for sale. It's coming to the end of pretty much getting off nearly a 4 or 5 year restoration with us, and yeah, you've got to see it in person to really appreciate what that is. Customers 110, that is waiting for some parts from Land Rover, but because of all the issues Land Rover are having at the minute, it's just sat on hold. we've got a couple of customers here. Not sure what these are in for, they've literally just turned up. We've got the 110, you've all seen the 110. So nothing's changed on that. We do have a new set of doors for it because the driver's side is rusty, but again, that's a job we've got to get around to. And this one, you might have seen this one before. So this is Rob's D2. So very similar to Will's old silver one, which is now long gone. But yeah, that one's Rob's. And then Audi, not interested in that. And then my D2 on the end. But yeah, busy. Oh, and the little G4 Freelander, I missed that one out as well. That's just been and had some rear diff bushers put in it. That's a local customer of ours. I do know what this one is. So this blue one, if I remember rightly, I actually spoke to the customer yesterday. This the real low mileage one? 66?
That's got 82 that brother.
Is it really? Yeah, so 66,000 miles on this one. This one's in for some tuning work and general service, I think. And then 82 on this one. So low mileage ones are still about, aren't they? They're still about. Right, so what are we on with, Wilson?
We're just taking the boost pin out.
And what are we doing with that?
I'm going to rotate it. Put a bit of grease on it. And we're going to sand this little washer spacer down. So we're going to rotate that 45 degrees. So it's running on the steepest part of, you see it's been running there.
Oh yeah,
We're going to rotate it so it's running on the steepest part of the pin.
Oh, I see, yeah, that's slightly offset, isn't it?
Yes, that's factory.
Right.
You've got the dot on the top.
Yeah.
And we're going to soon be doing the upgraded boost pins, developing a turbo, aren't we?
Yeah. So another thing with these, get the camera to turn around. So another thing with these 300 TDIs, we are in the process of putting together, I'd say a performance package, but performance from a 300 TDIs is not probably the wrong word. But upgrade packages, yeah, power upgrade packages. We are working on hybrid turbo for them. And boost pins and a few other little bits and bobs. So that is something that we will come back to in the future. I would say probably, 2-3 months away, realistically? Yeah, we've been working on it for a long time. We've got a lot of testing to do, but yeah, that is another thing. So if you are interested in one of these tuning packages or upgrade packages, then give us a shout, drop a comment below. Yeah, I mean, if you've been watching what we've been doing with these 300 TDIs, we're getting some decent figures from them, just with the basic stuff really more than anything. But yeah, it's exciting stuff with this, and we are still working on the TD5s. We've got some goodies coming for that one, which fingers crossed will give us a bit more performance from what we've already got. So again, with that, we've got some really good videos coming up. So if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe to us. If you like what we're doing, make sure you give us a click, tick the thumbs up button, and yeah, it all helps. It all motivates us to get the camera out and actually get on with doing these things. Oh, I see. So that's why you marked that up. Yeah, that makes sense now.
Full term with it. Get some grease. We also need to check the pipe that goes to there. If that runs through from your turbo, it's quite prone for chafing or burning through on the back of the block. So as that comes on boost, if it doesn't push the diaphragm down, you don't get your fuel at the higher RPM. So we need to smoke test that pipe hasn't chafed through.
Yep.
It's holding pressure?
Yeah, sure, pressure, looks good.
No.
I do wonder, you know, whether the stuff that comes out that's harmful or
Yeah, I know.
the amount of it we breathe in.
I know.
Might be worth checking one day. But then again, I wonder if it's the same stuff you put in the smoke machine at a disco, which obviously that can't be harmful, can it?
I think you put baby oil in them.
You put baby oil in them.
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah, it's not going to be no good inhaling baby oil. You get proper fluid for them.
Yeah, apparently it's really expensive from Snap.
Don't put baby oil in your smoke test.
Sure.
Right, so what are you doing now?
I'm going to remove this plastic collar off the fuel screw. You do have to break that off.
Or is it like an anti-tamper type jobby? Yeah.
Bit tight to get round it now. Then we've got to take that to the vise and pick that off so we can wind the threads further past the nut.
Yes. To the vise we go. Definitely not as straightforward as just an ECU, is it? Much prefer a power flash cable and
Will that do it?
just an ECU.
Sometimes they come up really easy, and
Other times they're a pig.
This one looks like it's going to be a pig. Looking at that. So we have now removed that.
Collar, yeah.
Now lets it go in and out.
Right, and that allows you to adjust the depth on there. Is that right? Yeah.
More fuel.
So what you're doing, making that shorter or longer?
I'm going to wind it in a turn.
So wind it in a turn to start with.
It doesn't want a lot of smoke.
And this is where doing stuff like this, obviously, there's a lot of you guys that are probably watching this that have done this time and time again. But this is where running these on the dyno, we find that the dyno allows us to find that sweet spot where this will make power without loads of smoke. We've seen it time and time again where these come in and that's just over adjusted. So you're getting a load of smoke from it, but actually you're not making peak power. So again, dyno is absolutely invaluable to that, allowing us to be able to see exactly where it's working, where it's not working, whether we've done too much of an adjustment or not enough of an adjustment. So always well worth having them on the dyno. I know, again, it's going to save you a bit of money if you do it yourself, but are you really getting the best from it?
We'll give that a go. We'll set the fuel and then we'll set the timer.
and 253.3 newton meters of torque. Well, actually now he's corrected the drag on it, we're 95.5. It's a bit difficult to show you on this one, but if we go with these red lines, so the thin red line is your horsepower, and that is the first run, and then your thick red line is the run that we have just done. So you can see there's a fair gain or fair difference between all of those. And then same again with your torque, which again it's quite difficult to see, but this is the run we've just done, and this is the previous run. So again, if we go to, yeah, so bring it down to, yeah, about there. So what's that? It's around sort of 1800 RPM. First run we was 40.09 horsepower and 147.4 newton meters of torque. Second run we're 68.78 horsepower and 252 newton meters of torque. So over 100 newton meters of torque just at that point alone, which is just crazy, absolutely crazy. Right, what's the plan now, Wilson?
A little bit more fuel, and we put a whisk out.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the time.
So fuel adjustment, because there was literally no smoke at all from that, so we can afford to go a little bit more with it. And then we'll adjust the timing on it, run it all again, and see where we're at with it. Right, so running it again with just the fuel adjusted, just had a little bit more to it. I mean, you can hear with these, they're way peppier when you start adjusting these, but we'll run it again and see what that's done to it. After a bit more fuel to it, 119 horsepower, 284 newton meters of torque, and you'll see with this, whereas we were sort of dropping off a little bit beforehand as sort of top end of the run, we're actually running a lot further on. Obviously on the original runs there's no point in revving out past this point because we was already on that drop off, whereas now you can see it carries on much longer because we're still all right at that point. But yeah, what's that? Same point again, about 1800 RPM. We were 148.1 newton meters of torque. We are now 284 and 40.5 horsepower versus 77.6. So good gains. Timing.
Timing, yeah.
Just the timing on it.
We'll show on the video. Just check that's not too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy it is.
Yeah.
Really flat.
Way peppier. So same again, I don't know whether you could hear what Will was saying then. So he's advanced the timing ever so slightly. And you can tell again straight away it makes it peppier even on top of the fuel adjustment. So massive improvements from these, not just in terms of overall figures, but just the way the engine responds. And you'll see on the results in the road test. Actually, it's just a lot more enthusiastic, let's say. So that run there is 122.4 horsepower and 307.8 newton meters of torque. But the real interesting bit that we want to show you, so this thin line, as you well know now, that is the run that we just did. So the only variation between these two or sorry, that's the run we did before this one, that's the run we just did. But the only variation is the timing change. So this was after we did all the fuel. Thick line is just from advancing the timing slightly. So again, well worth doing, along with all the other stuff. But yeah, 122.4 horsepower, 307.8 Newton meters of torque. See what it's like on the road. Should be a lot stronger. I mean, 307 Newton meters of torque. You're 7 Newton meters more than a stock TD5.
Yeah.
Right, so overlay of the original. So as it came in is this line here, and this is our torque. So this is the orange line, and then this thin line is what it's just done on the dyno. I mean, you can see the difference between them two is massive. But to put that into figures for you, so again, we're sort of about 2100 RPM-ish there. It was 173 Newton meters of torque at that point. It is now 307 Newton meters of torque, 51.7 horsepower versus 92 horsepower. That torque difference is where it's at with these. So horsepower is great, and it's great for bragging rights, but on a vehicle like this, torque is the figure that we want. Horsepower is basically a byproduct of the torque that we're trying to produce. We're trying to make as much as possible, we're trying to bring it in as soon as possible, and we're also trying to hold it for as long as possible. That's what makes the drivability in these things. You know, it's all right saying that you've got X amount of horsepower and bragging about it, but if the torque curve is crap, it'll drive awful. Right, road test. Let's see what it's like once we get off the industrial estate. Busy today. Feels stronger already in just, you know, just pulling out of junctions and stuff. Right, ready? Foot down. That's way stronger. Yeah, way stronger. It's the torque that does it, isn't it? So much better. Way stronger than it was before. About this point before it had run out. It's even going up this hill, just dragging us up. Yeah, it's night and day different. Find a gear. Is there someone? There we go. Even that third gear, what we do? Yeah, 20 mile an hour up a hill. Just chugging along quite happily. I don't think you'd have done that in a minute earlier. Change gear, 40, going uphill as well, 45, yeah, way more torque than I had before. I really like this thing. Yeah, I think it's cool. It's I think it's really cool. Yeah. And have you noticed that everybody you drive past looks at it? Yeah. Like literally everybody turns and looks at it. Blow out. Way better than it was when it came in. No, I think he's going to be absolutely chuffed to bits with this. I think we've sort of ticked all the boxes. I think it was a little bit down on what we normally expect to see horsepower wise, but again, it's, you know, arguably the drivability on this is going to be way. Was that first? Arguably the drivability is going to be way better than what it was when it came in. So yeah, with that, we'll see you on the next one.